Everybody, Tim here at the Tech Muscle YouTube channel. Today I'd like to talk to you about peak contraction for hypertrophy, and this will go with any muscle group. I'm sure you've heard a lot of pro bodybuilders, probably read it in magazines, fitness influencers talking about the contraction in the workout, like contracting, like a bicep contraction, like this is contracting, okay? And this is called the eccentric, concentric. That's where the concentric, eccentric. A lot of guys call them positives, negatives. Okay, so a lot of people think that when you go to the full range of motion, say like on the bicep curl, when you come all the way up, you're getting peak contraction. But you're kind of not really, because if you're doing that, you're not understanding what peak contraction is. It is the point at what your muscle squeezes the tightest, okay? My muscle, when I curl, I squeeze about the tightest here. Like, you ever see anybody make a muscle? Do they bring it all the way up? No, they bring it up about here, and then because they got a peak contraction right there. Boom, that is a peak contraction. If you've ever heard the bodybuilders on there or influencers talking about making their lats pop as they pull down, that's what they're talking about. They're feeling for that complete contraction. Full range of motion for your contraction is not always peak contraction. As a matter of fact, like in the bicep curl, when you come beyond about here, you're going beyond the peak contraction, and you're actually giving your muscle a little bit of a break, you're taking a little bit of that tension off. Once you hit that peak contraction, it's like you've hit past the balance point, if you know kind of what I'm trying to metaphor it like, you're past the peak of it, the peak contraction. Yes, you're still contracting here, but peak occurs here. When you feel, that's what you're going to want to feel for in your biceps. Feel for that pop, pop, pop. See, when I curl, pop. I'm going to pop. I want to feel that. I want to feel that bulge. I want to feel that knot, pop, pop. That is peak contraction. So if you're going beyond peak contraction, you're not optimizing it. You're actually losing a little bit of what I want to say, like I said, time under tension. You're losing that time under tension. Sure, there's going to be a little bit, but not peak. You want everything in your peak resistance, tension, stretch, whatever you may be doing, you're going to want it at its peak, and especially the contraction. Okay, so feel for that in all of your motions, no matter what. When you're doing your lat pull downs, feel for the you're really feeling for a maximum contraction. You're feeling for that when it really knots up. That's what you want. Not like a cramp knot, but when that really hits that wham, like that really solid flex. Now, some exercises, like when I do my one arm on the hammer strength for my lat pull downs, that I can feel a nice contraction, but if I go a little deeper, I feel a nice solid full contraction. That one's more of a full range of motion where you're going to get that peak contraction, but not everything is. That's why a lot of times you'll see pro bodybuilders like Jay Cutler, maybe the 5%er. I forgot Rich Piana. I don't believe I've spaced that name. Anyways, guys like that, whatever. These guys that got super huge, and you see them and they're going ha ha ha, and you go, well, they're only doing partial range of motion. Yeah, for the body mechanics they are, but for the mechanics of the muscle, of what they need to maintain that tension and maintain that peak contraction, and then the rest of it's the tension, contract. So you have some tearing of the microfibers, you have some myofibril hypertrophy going, and you have sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. There are two different types of hypertrophies. You can grow your muscle two different ways, really about three different ways, main different ways, but those are kind of the main two, sarcoplasmic and myofibril, and you're getting both of those at the same time. So if you're trying to pack on size, that's what you want to do. I mean, if you're going for improving maybe some flexibility or something, or maybe you get the full range of motion, you know, and it's good to know all your exercises if you're a beginner for the full range of motion, but it's not always the peak, you know. And like I said, it's a beginner thing. It's good to know and feel that. For some exercises and certain goals, that's okay, but not if you're trying to grow a muscle and get big, which is what a lot of the people watching bodybuilding videos and such are trying to do. They're trying to grow a lot of muscle, and they're trying to crack the code here. What do I do? Well, that's part of it. You know, once you get beyond, okay, sure, you've experienced full range of motions on everything, now start feeling for that peak contraction. Where do you really feel it contract all the way? Where do you really feel it where it gets that solid pop? You know what? That's what you're looking for. And then all of your muscles pop, and then slow eccentric. And then there's something to a weighted stretch in addition to that. But this is more about the concentric and understanding what is meant by peak contraction, okay, in the concentric movement. So there it is, everybody. Peak contraction. I hope this helps you when you go into the gym next time. If you've been doing this, you know, you've been doing full range of motion, going, I got peak contraction, we'll try and really feel in your muscle and feel where the muscle peak contracts. You want to feel for that pop, that sudden wham, like you're flexing hard, you know, pop, 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 like the peck pop of love. But you know, it's that's what you want to look for. So I hope that helps. I hope everybody understands, everybody, other influencers, when they say you're looking for peak contraction or make the lats pop, or you're looking for that pop, that squeeze. That's what you're looking for. And now this is advanced training. So if you come to that, and beware, I've had it happen time and time again now. People have told me, oh, what are you doing partial reps? And that's not going to work. You need to go full range of motion. I said, you do not understand advanced training, okay? That's nice for a beginner who's trying to get into general shape. No problem. Hey, no, that's great. Go full range of motion. And like I said, please do try that to experience it. But if you're really wanting to grow, work on that. And then also look into the eccentric, the time under tension, nice controlled stuff. And then also weighted stretch. Kind of a weighted stretch. You want to be careful with that. I don't want to go too far into that, but that's another thing that will cause muscular hypertrophy, meaning to grow muscle. You're going to grow muscle. I mean, provided you eat at least somewhat decent and do enough volume, but and take it to failure, you know. But that should help you with one good step. That's how you learn this, step by step by step. So feel for the peak contraction, and most importantly, stay smart, stay swole, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more good content. You know, I have some fitness, some health stuff in here, some nootropic stuff. I have some IT stuff in here for computer guys. That's why my channel is called Tech Muscle. I'm into tech. I just graduated with my degree in cybersecurity and networking, plus a certificate of proficiency from a college. And also I am a former certified personal trainer under the American Council on Exercise. So these are kind of my areas of expertise and what I wanted to share with the world, make everybody better. I may have some here or there videos, but that's the main concentration of this channel. So whether you like tech, or whether you like muscle, or whatever, somewhere any of that in between, technology, fitness, sometimes it meshes together. Subscribe to this channel and you'll see more great content and learn some stuff. Alright, thank you everybody. Have a great day.